report. So we got the new computer. We're going to try this Streamlab for just now. Right now. We're going to see how this works. It's semi going on. You always say it's a lot. I always say it's a lot going on. What you think?
A lot could be going on, and we may not be talking about it.
It's a lot of stuff, but it's stuff I don't care about. Maybe that's it. Maybe I should start saying that.
Oh no!
Like it's a lot going on, but I don't. It's not nothing that like if we was to really talk about it, it's nothing that I would really be like, "Ooh, guess what's going on?" You know what I'm saying? But do you remember the story of the Tory Lanez and the Megan Thee Stallion?
You have an update.
Do you remember? What do you remember so far while I'm doing this?
They were acting. I guess they was visiting a Kardashian. What's her name?
Kylie
Jenner. Jenner, and they just was acting not right in the car. It was it was either with Megan and another lady and Tory and was his bodyguard, I think. Apparently, he was
Megan Thee Stallion, her friend,
swinging his gun, and it went off and shot her in the foot, or did he shoot her? He actually shot her in the foot. It was something where she got shot in the foot. Okay. And he was the reason for it and got accused of it and was arrested.
And they had a whole big old trial and people were saying free Tory and all this other stuff.
And he's from Canada. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
His residency is in Canada. Okay. He's a rapper, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's a rapper. Okay, so you remember some of it.
Some of it.
Okay, well,
I thought he was already charged, to be honest.
No, he went through a whole trial, and people was like, free Tory. People was not believing Megan and believing that maybe somebody else had shot her or something. They didn't believe Megan, and so it was a whole big old trial, and he. Had a horrible defense. His defense was horrible.
And he has money. He could have gotten really a good team to help him.
And he didn't even take the stand. He kept maintaining his innocence. He said he didn't do anything. And people felt like the trial was not a good trial anyway. It didn't really show that he did or that he didn't. So they thought he was going to get off. Okay. Because it wasn't a good trial. The trial was good enough because they had the sentencing and the judge sentenced him to 10 years.
Wow.
Now,
he don't have to do all 10 years.
He probably won't have to do all. He probably have to do half of it or 80% of it. He may have to do like 8 years or something. But here's the thing about it. When the judge sentenced him to 10 years, you know how before the sentencing, people can speak and write letters and all this other stuff to the judge? Well, everybody and their mama was writing a letter. His dad wrote a letter. He talked about how Tory is different. His mom died when he was 7 and he's acting out. People was writing letters telling me he had a drinking problem and that had something to do with it. The guy who did his hair transplant, he has a hair transplant. The doctor wrote it. The hair transplant doctor wrote a letter.
That's serious if he had to have a hair transplant.
Azalea, whatever her name is, the white rapper, the female white rapper. She wrote a letter. At one time she was supposedly dating him. She wrote a letter. Everybody was writing a letter. They was writing a letter saying that blaming the reason, for his behavior on alcohol, his mom passing away. And the judge said, it was so funny because the judge, I don't understand why they don't think.
They think they can,
they think the judges are smart. The judges are smart. The judge said, okay, I'm hearing everything that y'all saying, but he still says he's innocent. So what behavior are you blaming?
Like if he was to say, I'm guilty, Your Honor, I'm sorry.
I'm blaming it on this,
remorseful,
yes,
that he did it and was even involved in craziness, but he wasn't.
They were saying reasons why he would do what he did. And then the judge said, I'm unclear.
Well, you need to show the photo.
You're here, and you're saying, see, I forgot to go. We haven't done it in so long.
I'm sorry, so they can remember who he is.
Who wants to remember Tory?
I know, like what Emerald says, it's a waste of tax money, payers' money.
The judge said,
I'm playing the violin. Keep talking.
The judge said, I'm hearing all these letters. I'm seeing, it was like 78 people wrote letters. what are y'all saying that he's what is he? Why is he blaming his mom passing away and drinking if he didn't do anything?
Right.
And the lawyer was like, humana.
It would make sense.
The lawyer couldn't even answer the question.
It would make sense if he felt, I'm sorry I did this, and then the judge would go, okay, so he's remorseful. Maybe he is having some issues with his past, right, or whatever has happened.
So this is for all the hashtag free Tory people. He actually speaks and says he's remorseful.
Ooh.
So he admitted that he did it.
Oh, so he changing his plea.
And the lawyer, and they was like, if you was gonna do that, why didn't you just do that from the beginning? And you might not have gotten this many years.
Right.
Because the judge would have probably took in the evidence. You was drinking that night. Mm-hmm. Meg was drunk out of her mind. I don't like her either. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. I don't like Megan Thee Stallion. She's
not the innocent
Megan Thee Stallion is not this innocent girl that just was in the car and then got shot. Uh-huh. No, she was acting a fool too.
Okay.
And she probably was punching on him and hitting him. And he all your little short man.
Egging him on.
He probably felt all he had to have was the gun with the stallion.
Uh-huh.
She probably muscled him into the car.
Cause she a big one.
And he probably was like, because she's like that.
Oh, okay.
Very domineering and stuff.
Oh, okay. Aggressive.
And he drunk. She drunk. He's bunch of
you can kind of guess the behavior.
We already know what was going on in that car, y'all. She got mad that he was trying to talk to Kylie Jenner. Mm-hmm. Kylie Jenner was egging it on. The Kardashians love stuff like this. Mm-hmm. And then when she kicked them all out the house, Kylie said, "Get y'all ghetto selves out of here."
She don't want no problems in her home.
She said, "We don't do that."
Just think about it. What if he started shooting in the house?
And so then they get in the car. Mm-hmm. They probably fight. And then Meg finds out he's sleeping with her best friend, mm-hmm, the one that's in the car too.
Mm-hmm.
So he's sleeping with both of them. Meg is mad.
So emotions.
No. Megan is sleeping with the best friend was with him first. Megan is sleeping with him behind the best friend's back. So they arguing. They supposed to be best friends.
So all these emotions and alcohol and crazy.
And then they probably start beating up on the little man. He about 5'2",
like Prince.
And then he said, "Get out." He probably told her, "Get out," and start walking with your big self. And then she got out and was drunk and was probably still cussing at him. And then he probably got out. And they say he was shooting in the air. Mm-hmm. He probably was acting silly, shooting in the air. And then I do believe Megan, when she said he shot at her feet and said, "Dance."
Oh, stop.
Because she always dancing.
Oh,
so
really?
I can see him saying, "Dance now. Dance now."
Oh, being funny.
Drunk. And he shot her in the foot.
Went off. Okay.
He should have just told the truth from the very beginning.
Well, he has 10 years.
Then he would have said, "Officer, Your Honor, I shouldn't have. I was drunk. I shouldn't have brought a firearm out." Mm-hmm. That escalated the situation, but I wasn't in my right mind. And then you can bring in my mom died when I was 11 and all this other stuff.
The letters that came in on his behalf would have probably helped if he had did a different plea.
And the problem that he has too is, number one, I don't like Tory Lanez. He's arrogant. He's after this incident happened, he was making fun of her on the internet. He was going to all these different.
He hadn't been sentenced yet.
He hadn't been. Yeah, nothing has happened to him yet. And then he was making jokes and just being very obnoxious,
being like Trump.
Not being like Trump, but the difference is he don't have a comb over and he's not white. He's a black man who's not even American, who thinks he could act like Trump.
So he's just privileged.
He thought he could be privileged, and he found out real fast that don't work.
Well, he got some years to sit and think about it.
Well, even the minister of the prison said he's been an ideal person at the jail. He leads Bible study every morning. He's
already in jail.
He's in jail. He's in jail, not prison. He's getting ready to go to prison.
He's in jail now. Okay.
And he leads Bible study every morning.
He has no choice.
I think he's maybe turned his life over to God.
He's hopefully been humbled.
Yeah.
Prison does that to you. It does one or the other.
Yeah.
Make you even more crazy.
And Meg sent a letter saying that her life has forever been changed, which it has, because this is how you know people don't like you. When a man shoots you in your foot and people on the internet still saying free Tory Lanez.
Ooh.
They don't like Megan Thee Stallion.
Like her. Okay.
That's how you know people don't like you.
People shoot. When somebody shoots you in your foot, and that same somebody, they say, free her, free him. Yeah.
That's how you know.
She don't have a lot.
Very haughty to me.
Uh-huh.
No, she's just a drunk. Maybe she do
drunk
better
all the time. She wasn't drunk on Saturday Night Live.
No, she's nice, I guess. I don't know.
Because they CoverGirl's been building her career, and she's been on the front of these magazines, so she's been becoming more crossover.
She has fans.
Artists, because a lot of people, average Joe is knowing her.
And I would say
Megan Thee Stallion.
And I would say because her mom passed away, but she was like that before her mom passed away. Do you know who they are? They're showbiz people. I don't like showbiz people.
What do you mean showbiz people?
You know how showbiz people is like, they'll do anything to make it.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like they are just, I don't know. It's something about her that I just.
That's not every showbiz person. You can't say that. Yeah. You got a comment?
I don't know.
I don't like when people, like, if you're saying showbiz people are like people who are even being violated, and they still deal with it because they want to be known.
Yeah,
they I'm behind the camera or I'm singing. I'll do anything. I'll be a floor mat or doormat to get ahead. I'll walk on people to get ahead. I'll do anything, and your whole integrity is messed up.
That's how she comes off to me, but maybe she not to everybody.
Okay.
Emerald says, "Hey, ladies." Hey. Emerald says that trial was a waste of taxpayers' dollars. It sure was. Wendy says he won't do 10 years. Hello, ladies.
Yeah,
hey,
he
Wendy.
Probably won't.
Everybody's saying hi to each other. Cotillia says hi, ladies and mama.
Hey. Mom. People say
Wendy. Wendy says he was so arrogant. Him and his dad. Yeah.
Oh, his dad is too?
Yeah, I don't like him or his dad.
Well, hopefully.
I don't like none of the people in the trial.
Prayerfully, him being in prison
will humble him.
Emerald
says it was like a poorly scripted reality show.
Yeah.
Wendy says, didn't her mom pass too? Yeah, Megan's mom passed too. You would think that would help them bond. Both losing their mom, and you know what I'm saying?
But you know what? We can't even do that excuse anymore, right, you guys? There's a lot of people who have lost parents. There are a lot of people who are adopted.
Who don't shoot people.
A lot of people who are abused. And they don't go around shooting people in the foot.
And remember, he was the one that beat up August. Alsina, the guy that slept with, what's her name, Jada.
He has a problem. He has an anger problem.
Yeah. And he beat him up because he didn't say hi to him.
Hopefully your anger will be managed behind a cell.
Wendy says, where's Imperk? Yeah, we've been asking that.
I know. That's what we're asking.
Cotillia says, you see what alcohol does. It never gives. It takes from your life. And Emerald says they were asking about Imperk yesterday.
We emailed him. We didn't get a reply. I'm concerned now.
Yeah.
You know, did he move? Did he relocate? But still, he would stay in touch.
Yeah.
I just pray it's nothing seriously wrong with him, like with his health or something.
Yep.
Where's Wendy? Where's Emerald?
At his conviction, the defendant was found guilty of all 3 charges prosecutors had brought against him: assault with a firearm, illegal possession of a firearm, and negligent discharge of a gun for shooting at the plaintiff.
So he, like we're saying, he probably won't do the 10 years.
Probably not. He'll probably do 8.
Maybe 8 or 7. Good behavior.
He spoke for several minutes during the sentences. He described the plaintiff as his friend. He said Megan was his friend, someone I still care about dearly to this day, regardless of her feelings about him. He talked about bonding with her over the loss of their mother. I just said that. You would think that would be the thing that would make them.
We both lost our moms.
Megan wasn't in the court. She issued the written statement. She said, for once, the defendant must be forced to face the full consequences of his heinous actions and face justice. So that's it. Then they go over what happened at the thing. I already went through that. That was it.
But like we said, supposedly if they have alcohol in them, that could have altered how they were acting.
But this one case struck with many people because of the negativity that Tory's fans had towards Megan. That's what I said. Oh. For example, Drake had in one of his songs implied that Megan lied. Even the artist was against her. They was doing songs and all kind of stuff against Megan Thee Stallion.
Okay.
So I don't know.
It's over. Thank God.
Thank God.
It is a lot waste of taxpayers' money.
Yeah.
We have more serious stories and situations that are in, court.
All right. So this one is hold on, let me go here. Chris Christie.